Welcome back everyone to the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. Great to have you with us. We're continuing attempt number 25 today, and we find ourselves in the Thunder Plains. If you join us in the chat, great to have you with us as always. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the community to never miss a video or a live stream. What we're doing today, we are capturing the infamous Cactar with a Q, and hopefully what that will give me is access to our final items that we need from the monster arena. Excellent. Right, audio's coming in clutch by the sounds of it. So on the previous attempt we managed to capture all of the Calmland Fiends. That gave us the Far Plane Winds. Where are they? They're somewhere. We've got 60 of them. There we go, Far Plane Winds. So we've captured all them. How's it going, LG? Great to see you in the chat, man. Appreciate the love and support as always. So we captured all the Calmland Fiends. That was an ordeal, but that was, yeah, that was a load of fun, to be fair. Then we went on to capture all of the Macalania Fiends, and by doing so, we've unlocked the Earth Eater, which has given us access to 3 stars. So we've got some access to real, incredibly powerful mixes going forward, including Sunburst. So the likes of big bosses are really not going to be a problem, especially I'm thinking in the likes of the Zanarkand ruins. We've started back from the autosave from the previous episode, and we're basically in a position where all we need now is the Cactar to finalise the capturing in the Thunder Plains. The challenge lies, though, in the fact that we've already touched 3 Cactar stones. And what that means is, for those that don't know, is we will only encounter Cactars in trios now, in triples. So we must get an initiative. Without the initiative, we basically chance a game over, which I don't want to do because we've come so far. So everything is captured in the Calmlands, in Macalania, and we're just missing the Cactar. All we're looking for is basically Cactar with a preemptive strike. Once we get that, I do have a plan for us to capture the Cactar, and then we can make our way back to the monster arena, claim our rewards. Then I think I need to get some gil from Mount Gagazet, and then I think it's a case of starting to think about Flux strategies. What I am planning to do, though, is a stream tomorrow, so on Sunday the 6th, and do some Flux testing. So what I'll do is I'll make a save or something, or we'll figure it out on the day. But yeah, I reckon we need to do some Flux testing, and I've already got some ideas. I've done a bit of testing offline. There might be some further optimizations though. But what we need to do first is make sure that we get to the position where we can go and fight Flux, because without the Chocobo wings that we get from capturing all of the Thunder Plains Fiends, I don't think we're going to fight. I don't think we're going to be able to beat Flux. So what I need actually is Auton and... In fact, no, I'm not going to do both. We need Auton to have an overdrive for the Cactar fight. We could probably also do with... Yeah, we could probably also do with Kimari having access to an overdrive as well. So let's kick off. LG, my man, great to see you in the chat, bro. Just going to double check actually what overdrive mode Riku's got. So she's got Slayer, which is really good. So for these sorts of fights, I'm just going to double map, because it takes care of everything and Riku gets back into overdrive. We don't need anyone else in SOS round here. In fact, it's going to be... it's actually going to be Whacker that's going to do the final hit. So, let me now give him the capture weapon. Doesn't matter about the Dark Touch, really. Okay. Right, all of these fight. Tell you what, actually, I'm going to put ourselves on ×4. And what that'll allow us to do is just speed through these battles. So yeah, we're looking for Cactuar encounter. We're looking for a preemptive strike. Let's just make sure. Yeah, initiative. Have we got any dupes? No. Right, excellent. Okay, that's good. So for the likes of this, what we actually probably need is... So this is the issue on this side of the fence. On this side of the Thunder Plains, we do get battles with doubles. Big Baby J30, my man, how's it going? Good to see you in the chat today. How's things? Hope you're well. I mean, we're not going to die, right? But at the end of the day, great, doing good, man, doing good. Loads of life admin this morning, some jobs for the wife, you know what it's like. And then, yeah, I thought I'd do some Nuzlocke. What's the best thing here? Because I suppose we're in a position. Do we need to get Kamari actually in SOS? Because is he really going to play a role in the Cactuar fight? He might, but I don't think it's an issue if he is in SOS. So what we'll do is we'll do a similar setup to how we do the Calmlands. So actually, we probably do need Riku in SOS Null Shock here. Although, we lose haste then. We're right, we don't want to steal. I'm a bit stumped here because we've got Riku in Slayer and she can't get back a full overdrive, so I'm just going to plan this out carefully because I mean we can swap Riku out for Tidus and then I think we're okay then. Let's just go for this. So that's 2. Right, so we're going to take out the elements. That's good. Right, 4, 5, 7, 1, 8, 8. Actually, we could do this with Lulu here. Yeah, that's going to be easy. Surely that's going to be easy enough with Lulu. Yeah, buzzing. Okay. We even got a Thunder Mamba. Look at that. Great to see so many of you in the chat tonight. I hope things are good. Right, nurse is there. Yeah, you don't need anything else other than that. Right, let's get Auron. Right, Auron's still on. Let's pick a safe battle. Right, this is not what we want, so I think all we do is just bring Riku in and double grenade. That just gets us the victory every single time, really. Haven't used Death Strike yet. Jesus Christ, we get a bit of equipment here. That's going to be a few quid. Right, we're not going to touch the Cactar Ghost. I mean, to be fair, we can follow the Cactar Ghost, but it really isn't going to do much. So now we can bring Kimari into the front line and just make sure he's got Victor. Yeah, we'll play it by ear, what overdrive mode Riku's got. But yes, yes, LG, no Death Strike yet. We haven't needed it. I think the only thing we would have needed it for, really, is probably the Chimera. But we managed to get through that fight relatively easy. Right, let me just check, because I think this is a good fight, to be fair, to get Kimari into SOS as well, so we can avoid the situation where we've got a double battle and we need Riku in an overdrive. So I'm just going to see. To be fair, we've got a preemptive here, so it really doesn't matter. Let's get... Right, Air Rouge. I just want to check what that attack is. If it's Thunder or if it's Thundara. Right, it's Thundara. Shizzle. That's interesting. It either does Thundara, or if Waka is present, it targets Waka. If Waka isn't present, it has a 33% chance of targeting the character with the lowest magic defense, which is probably, I'm guessing, who's that? 8. Is that Kimari with 5? Yes, it is. Okay, what we need to do is probably put Kimari in a ward and bring Tidus in for Yuna here. Although isolating these are going to be tricky. In fact, I'm not going to mess about. No, but I think it's probably one of those fights that we can get Kimari into SOS. So let's not worry about that for now. But yeah, no Death Strike. The plan is not to use the Far Plane Winds yet. As per the chat poll on the previous stream, you all wanted me to go through this not using the Far Plane Winds and see how we get on with Yunalesca, which I think's a fair... It's a fair, you know, I think that's a fair approach to... Oh, yeah, I think that's a fair approach, really, and it might be that when we do get to Yunalesca, we may need... Right, this is what we're after. Bloody hell, already. Cactars with a preemptive. I think first things first, let's bring... We've only got one shot of this, by the way. So let's bring you in. Grenade. They're all still there. We've got 133. Right. This is where I think we bring Auron in. Auron's going to Shooting Star one of them. Right. Excellent. Let's just bring Yuna in for now. Right. 160. I haven't done this before, right? So we're in kind of new territory here. How are we going to get that HP down to... It's a very awkward number, 500. Can Yuna get a turn? Yes, she can. Right, let's buy ourselves some time here. Is Electro Marble the best thing to use here, to be fair? Or is it worth using like a Dragon Scale? What's the magic defense of a Cactar? It's probably high, right? I think it's probably 255 or very high. Right. Let me just check on Final Fantasy Wiki. Cactar FFX. There we go. $255. Does that mean that an Electro Marble is going to do absolutely nothing? Let's have a go. No, 595. So it does do something. Okay. I guess who we need now is Waka. I don't think we're going to be able to do this right. This is tough because I almost feel like we don't have enough turns. It's hitting it though, LG, that's the thing. We may have Death Strike, but it's hitting it and it's got resistance. Okay, let's test the waters with this one then. So how much damage did that Lancet do? I'm just going to put this at times half. Okay, come on. I was just watching the recording back. I'm sure we'll get another preemptive on the Cactars in no time. The reason I've done this is because I've got a turn with Riku, you see. Right, let's put that to 2.5, 0.25. Oh, that did 2 damage, for God's sake. Yeah, I think we need to optimise the turn here. Right, so it's got 131. Right, we've got an item here, so do we maybe need whack it in SOS haste, maybe? Because he can have an attack and then maybe get himself out of there. That's a thought. Yeah, I'm not going to chance it. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to take it out. Right, all that's going to give me some money, but not really that bothered. Right, we're back to kind of square one, really. I think I need a new plan. Because the objective was for Riku to get rid of one with an item. For Auron to get rid of another with Shooting Star, and then we're left with one. But then doing all of that damage and keeping them alive, that's going to be... I'm annoyed with myself that I've touched the cacti stones 3 times. Because I didn't need to. I only did it because we had more of a chance of getting initiative weapons. I would have been able to do it without touching 3. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's see. Bit of a waste of an electro marble, but I'll take that on the chin. Happily. So, and I really don't know. Oh my god, London bus. Okay, but we haven't got a shooting star here, so... In fact, let me use this as well to figure out how much damage. See, he's not going to do enough. You see, you get that aura and magic as well. Maybe that's the trick, is we actually give Auron the capture weapon here when we just hope he hits. Because that did what? With piercing, that did quite a bit of damage, to be fair. I think it did about 200 damage. Brimstone? What the hell's a Brimstone Overdrive, LG? Right, let me check that out now, because that's an interesting idea. So actually, I think we go with Auron here. With capturing. Because we can come in with Riku, use a grenade, get her out, get Auron in, have an attack. Fire gem that attacks 3 times at random and does status effects. I just don't know the damage. Interesting. If it targets the same cactar... Alright, let's maybe try it on the next one then. Okay. Let's see if we can get Auron back into... Because what we might be able to do is a Riku Overdrive. Then... hopefully it's down to... I don't know. Brimstone. My god. Right, let me just see if deals medium fire damage. Right, so hazardous shell says medium damage, and that does around 2,000. I mean, look, we can try it. Right, let's go to Brimstone. I'm sure Cactar, though, is it immune to sleep? No, it's not. Oh, does bad breath cause sleep? That's a thought. Bad breath does cause sleep. Does it? Does it? Does it? Does it? Monster Rage. You know when you're live on stream, all of this information just seems to flood my brain. Right, bad breath. Poison. Oh, poison as well, for God's sake. Maybe ignore if you die testing. It's a test after all, not the Thunder Plains one. Yeah, it does. It also inflicts poison though. Maybe that's the play though. Maybe we've just got to try out a couple of different overdrives. Right, have we got Auron in an overdrive state yet? No, we haven't. Right, we've got the Surfer out front and we've got Riku in SOS, so that's fine for now. Oh, fucking hell. 3 on the bounce, man. Right, how do we get... Yeah, maybe poison is fine. Oh, he hasn't got a fucking overdrive. Jesus. How do I do this brimstone? I don't think that's the play. I think the play is going to be bad breath here. Right, let's just try something here, because if I can get a grenade off and if I can now hit with Auron because he's got the Beastmaster and he's got piercing, if he connects now, we should capture it. No. Tactician. Does that increase when the person does a status effect on an enemy? That's a good one, actually, to be fair. I haven't thought about that one. We've had 3 Cactuar encounters and 3 preemptives. We've got no way of hasting Auron without Riku losing a significant amount of turns here. So I think, again, I'm just going to have to take them all out. Right, the RNG looks to be in our favour, folks. So I think we just need Auron to have some luck with attacking one of the Cactuars. But that will be a lot easier if and when we... can get Kimahri. I reckon Bad Breath's the play. .486, 190. Right, another grenade. And then water from Lulu. Surely that's... Yeah, 234. Wonderful. Oh, I just need to actually check if... No, capture. That's right. Right, let's just do a quick equipment check. Just on your point, Big Baby J, I have seen some of your videos, man, and you've got some serious knowledge about these games. I'm telling you. Might not be this one. but I've seen some FFX videos of yours, and you got some serious knowledge, fam. Right. Okay, so we've got Auron in there. So let's get Kimahri and Overdrive now. I'm not concerned now about Kimahri having SOS status, but we can bring him in when we get a preemptive. In fact, we may be able to bring him in. What I want to check is if it avoids the resistances. If Bad Breath avoids the resistances. Because if it does, we can bring him in, use Bad Breath, then bring in Riku. But yeah, watch Auron hit. But Auron can't miss when they're asleep. And that's the thing with Bad Breath. I reckon if we can get a preemptive, use Bad Breath, we put one of them to sleep, I think we've got this nailed. Because actually we don't have to worry about them being burnt by the poison. Or in fact we can have them we can get them to have a turn to be burnt by the poison. Maybe use a grenade on top of that. Because what's it going to do? It's going to do times 2.5, 125. Say a grenade does 350. That's perfect. Poison will do 125. Grenade will do an average of 500 times 125. Add maximum of 370 is 495. So if anything, we're guaranteed actually with Bad Breath. That's the play. Right, I think we got this locked. It seems like the RNG is on our side, folks, today. Finally, a good roll of the dice. I just hope we get another Cactuar encounter. We're getting loads of preemptives. So we must have the preemptive roll of the dice. What I am worried about, though, and I don't think it's happened to us yet, is if we come out of an encounter, get a lightning strike. Jesus Christ, that's 4 Cactuar encounters, and all 4 of them have been a preemptive. Right, here's the moment of truth. Bad Breath. Does it put them to sleep? It's put my man at the end to sleep. So. Right. BGX Gaming, what's up? I've tried this before. Nice one, pal. Good to see you in the chat. So there's the grenade. Right, theoretically, Auron should just be able to go straight through this. And capture it. Oh, busted. Busted. Kimahri coming in clutch with the Bad Breath. And then Riku can just do a business and take them both straight out. Thanks, BGX, man. I think, actually, I've looked at one of your videos around this. Yeah, I'm using save states in this instance though, pal. But eventually, when I get to the point when I know this is possible, I am definitely going to be doing this proper hardcore Nuzlocke style. So, folks, we are in untapped territory. We just need to make it back to we just need to make it back to the Calmlands now. What that means is we need to get Kimahri into SOS. Oh yeah, the opening 6 hours BGX was tedious, man. The start to meet the top of Mihen is very tedious. Getting that waterproof armour for Lulu was incredibly tedious. And to be fair, if I was to ever start this again, I would actually start from the top of Mihen and use my save. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blitz through... I'm going to blitz through the Thunder Plains now, and we'll get Kimahri into Overdrive. And into SOS when we get to Macalania. I think that's a lot safer. Come on, Pad. It's a lot safer than round here, because we've got all sorts of nonsense. What we can do, though, before then is we can top up on maps and grenades. To be fair, though, BGX, the only real grind spots we've had at the moment have been versus the water plan for the waterproof, versus Gui for the sleep strike for Auron or Kimahri, and where was the other one? Versus the Xiphos in the Macalania Woods for SOS Overdrive. I don't think we've done much grinding since then. It's just been a case of optimizing the strategies, really. But yeah, I know what you mean. It is a very grind-heavy challenge, I must admit, in certain places. But I think that's where Farplane comes in, because you can cheese the grind if you really want to, and you can just look to really focus on the challenge and maximising your resources. Right, we don't want to rest because we want Riku in SOS. Let's see if we can get rid of some of this crap, though, that we've sold. Yeah, stuff like this. Blue Taj. You never know with that sort of stuff. That can go. Double slots we're going to keep. Oh, this is, I know what you mean in terms of the sin scales. We're doing this no sphere grid, though. As crazy as that sounds, we've theoretically got to this point no sphere grid, and I will be doing the entire challenge no sphere grid. Oh, we don't need 3 Devastators. I know we've probably bought those in the past, but we do not need 3. We do not need that. It's more about slots at the minute. Excuse me. Lulu's stuff really doesn't interest me, so we're just going to move past all of that. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. 2 Death Wards, double slots. Nice. Even Death Ward, though, I'm thinking isn't going to be enough versus Yunalesca. If we need to get there. Right, we can get rid of one of them. Oof. Keep forgetting we've got that, to be fair. It's because, though, Riku's on... Yeah, it's because Riku's on evade encounter. Right, that is nice. But them double slots armors may come in handy. Although the ones from once are actually going to be better because they've got plus 10% defense and plus 10% HP. We'll keep it for now. We don't need both of those. That might come in handy. That's probably not going to come in handy. I just need some slots, to be honest. These can go. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Death Ward 2 freeze. Auton, to be fair, has got quite a few slots, so... So, the learnings, though, from them Cactuar encounters is the resistances matter when it comes to at least Kimahri's Bad Breath Overdrive. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we can move on. Right. So we need to... Well, I don't think actually we need specific equipment yet. We're not going to even touch that box. Yeah, like I said, we'll get Riku in. We'll get Riku into we'll get Kimahri into Overdrive and SOS when we get to the Calmland, when we get to Macalania. Great start that was. Actually, let's... This is actually risky without Kimahri and Auron not in Overdrive here. We're more likely to encounter a 3, I think. The belts. Nice. I think we've gone with real world jobs for both the characters and the Aeons. So we've got an array of career choices from the team. Right, let's move forward. Oh, 2 on the bounce, man. This is not nice. I think round here I'm going to have to put Riku into... I'm going to have to put Riku into Daredevil here. Right, let's just see something. Right, what have you got? You should have... No, you've got the sleep. You've got the sleep strike now. No. We're going to have to use it. I think we're going to have to use... a hazardous shell. And... what's he got, actually? Oh, TKO. Yeah, you can get out of there, mate. And... you can... we'll just swap for Tidus because it saves me doing it in the screen after. Oh, I suppose I've got to do Riku though. You can go. Can you kill this? Yes, you can. Right. We'll have you kill this. Just so we've got some overdrive for us. So now we're going into the Thunder Plains with no overdrives. I might even go back, to be fair. Am I too far to go back? This is a tough environment. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's see if we can just get the fuck out of here. Yes, we can. Right. That's 4. Is that 3 or 4 Iron Giant singles in a row? That's 5 or 4 or 5 Iron Giant singles in a row. In fact, what we'll do is we'll bring in Auton. We will have to... No, actually, let's chance the... No, we have to do this. And I'm pretty sure with Evade Encounter we can't die. Yeah, that's fine. Fine. Does it have another special attack actually that we can't avoid with Evade Encounter? It probably does. I should really just... I was just waiting for Auton to get a turn, you see. So, Iron Giant. I knew we'd have a problem going back. Forced attack is Leaping Swing. How do we... But it's a physical. Reaper is physical, all characters. Right. When does it do Reaper? That's the question. Right, attack, 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 Reaper. So it's attacked twice. Okay. Let's just get you out of there, mate. And let's get you out of there. Don't play the hero, Riku, for fuck's sake. Right, that's 4 Iron Giant single encounters in a row. That is very, very unlucky. What I could probably do with here is... Does Auton have an MP stroll? That's a thought. Yes, he does. Nice. We could probably actually do with him with plus 10%, and we'll just give you something neutral. We're just using you for your agility. It's going to be actually easier for us to get Riku back into Overdrive here in the initial screen where we've been for a while. Right, let's give her that. Okay. Safety first, folks. Right, this shouldn't be an issue for Riku. Oh, nice. 170. Can we just grenade this to death and bring in Lulu? Nice. Nice. Right. I think, just to be on the safe side, we're going to get Auton and Kimahri back into Overdrive. Then we will move forward. I think we were slightly unprepared when we went before. This battle is not an issue. Double grenade does the job. Perfect. That clutch bad breath. Coming in serious, honestly. Coming in serious clutch. Right, Auton, you're in Victor. That's perfect. Right, another triple. Please just give me triples. Why the fuck have I got Lulu in the front line? I'm getting nervous now because we're in kind of untapped BGX. Thanks, my man. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the support as well. Catch you soon. Appreciate the luck as well. Right, this is the horrible encounter, but this, I think we've got this with grenades and Lulu. I think that's right. I mean, the power of Riku in SOS is just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, 59. And we get some Lulu action. We haven't had any Lulu action in a while, so there you go. I know we're on the ×4, but I do like to give my fans what they want. And we all want a bit of Lulu now and again. Right, one more for Auron. That's fine. We've got Surfer in front. Another triple. Just give me triples all day, baby. That's what I'm feeling. Give me them triples. Now we can move Kimahri to the front line. Lovely jubbly. Surfer's in front. Nice. Yeah, I think we were a little unprepared previously when it came to the second round. Defend. You can get another turn. $808,499. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to bring Lulu in now. Grenade should finish this off. Wonderful. Right, 3 more battles to go for Kimahri. Another triple, wonderful. I think it's going to be better to get Kimahri into SOS in Macalania. I think it's just going to be a hell of a lot safer. I hate these battles. They take so many resources. Although we are experiencing an abundance of preemptive strikes in this session, which is exactly what I needed. Okay, we bring in the Chemist. Couple more battles for Kimahri, which is fine, and then we can move on. Two, 3. Bring in the Chemist. Lovely. Right, that should be Kimahri now into Overdrive, I think. Yes. Right, let's swap in for the Captain. Bring in the Nurse back. We'll do a quick equipment check, and then we'll get going onto the second phase. Onto the second phase of the Thunder Plains. Do we want Auron in something else now? I don't think it really matters. We need a good weapon for Auron. I'm trying to think what we can really use him for in terms of weaponry. Okay, let's go. Right, hoping for triples all the way. That's what I'm after, the triples. If we encounter the lone Iron Giant, we've got a shooting star in the back. And we've also got Kimari as well. But the triples or the doubles, I think Riku can handle until we get to Macalania. And then we've got to go and, I guess, make sure we traverse the Calmlands safely. Although, I don't think actually we've got to cover that much ground in the Calmlands. Oof. This is horrible. Right, let's see how far we can get with these. And let me swap to this. Can you take one of these out? Yes, you can. Sleep Strike not doing enough. Three, 6, 4. We're going to have to use a Dragon Fang here. A Dragon Scale. Yeah. That's fine. We've only got 6 of them. So we can't customize anything particularly useful with them. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Let's put Kimari back to Sleep Strike because of the Iron Giants. Yeah, and we'll motor forward. Having her in Slayer around here is just slightly quicker. And I think it's astronomically quicker, actually. The only battle Daredevil round here becomes better for Riku is this battle. But actually, I'm just going to bring in the main man and sort us out. Boom, get the f out, mate. We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. Excuse me. This is nerve-wracking, to be honest, but we're nearly there. Come on. Right, not an issue for Kimari. Very nice. Right, we've just got to traverse. Oh, for God's sake. I'm actually thinking here of doing something a bit powerful. Just bear with me, because I need our Overdrive back. Mix list. Let's just have a look again at Cluster Bomb. Yep, deals large damage. So that should be a level 1 and a level 2. Yeah. Although 3, 6. Oh, okay, actually, no. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to mix a Hazardous Shell. We'll put you to sleep, and then we're going to let the poison do its job. And then we use a grenade. Buzzing. There we go. Always the simple stuff. That is the best. Perfect. So we've traversed Thunder Plains. We've captured everything. That Bad Breath man coming in absolute clutch. What do you need? It doesn't actually matter what Waka has here, so I'm actually going to keep him at plus 10 magic defense. What you need is this. What you need is this for now. What you need is this. What you need is something generic like this. It doesn't matter what you have, and it doesn't matter what you have. What does matter though, that doesn't matter either between that or Silent Strike. Yep, weapons were good, so let's just go for it. So we're going to go on the magic trail. So the objective actually is to get Kimahri back into Overdrive again. Auron back into Overdrive again. Let's just make sure someone's got initiative. And we don't double up. Riku can take everything out though, because it's all triples and it's all double mappable. Yeah, so the objective, get the lads back into Overdrive, get Kimahri into SOS. Then we'll start worrying about making our way to the Calmlands. So we've got Surfer out front, that's all that matters. So there's one, we need 3 more. It's just so much safer to get the lads into Overdrive and Kimahri back into SOS in Macalania because of the triple encounters. And because of the lack of Iron Giant. What I'm going to do is actually just knock it down to ×2. White Bangle. Is this the ice proof that we've been searching for? No. Unless... No. That's even worse. Right, one more battle, and then we can worry about... getting Kimahri into SOS. We'll do the standard strategy. We are now going to put Riku into Daredevil. And let's just get the team set back up. We're going to put Kimahri into Slayer. Oh, I don't think it really matters. But... yeah, so Riku's going into Daredevil. Tidus is out front. That's what matters. Now, the age-old strategy that we've been using is a grenade and an antidote. And that gives us a few turns now to get Riku back into SOS. I'll have to sell them shitty Buster Claws. We bring in Kimahri. And we also bring in Lulu to help him get into SOS. Right. We need to sell them straight after this. So we'll defend. We should have more than enough turns before the Ice Flan either wakes up or stops its silence, which is perfect. Lulu is so incredibly slow though, Jesus. Now that's what we're after. So another water. That should... Perfect. Kimari in SOS can go up to 322. So if we... Yeah. It's just quicker. It's just a slight optimization I like. I like them standing upright. It's just quicker when they do their attacks and stuff. Right, 208, that's fine. So let's just bring you in and defend. That should do the trick. No. What can we go? 322? It doesn't matter. Right, we just finished this off with a grenade. Excellent. So we're set up back up now for the Calmlands. We've probably got 2, max 3 battles to do. Now we'll just get the team set up for the Calmlands. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to drop you from this, and I'm going to give you... It doesn't actually matter what unit's got round here. I think I'm going to give you the +5. Yeah. Might as well give you something generic. And... There we go. Right. Is Kimari set up? No, he's not. Let's check. So he's in Slayer, he's in SOS, he's got SOS Overdrive. So is she, but she's in SOS and she's in Daredevil. Yeah, you can stay with capturing for now. You can have the initiative. It really didn't... Oh no, Auron was in initiative in those battles, that's right. 10, 5, SOS, 5 defense, waterproof, lightning proof. Excellent. Right, we're all set up. So let's top up at the inn. Get everything to 99. We'll sell some of these crappy weapons. In fact, what we're just going to have to do is a quick... Nearly press rest then. Right, that can go. Dark touch, silent touch, dark touch, silent touch. You can go. Let's just go through these. Because we're bound to get some... Well, we're bound to get loads of equipment in Mount Gagazet, to be fair. Because we're going to be doing a bit of gil farming. Uni's got some solid stuff, to be fair. That coming clutch, actually, in the Thunder Plains. Magic Defense Ice Sword. Yeah, we'll sell a bit of this stuff and then we'll crack on. The other thing I want to buy, though, is some equipment from the vendor at the bottom of Gagazet. We're probably going to need one of each if we haven't already got one of each. I'm really just doing this for Riku's benefit. Don't need 2 TKOs. Get rid of that. Am I really going to need +5 defense? I'd rather probably have +10% HP, I think. Nearly there, folks. Right, let's get rid of these. Okay, wonderful. Next thing, let's just do another auto, and then we'll put Riku's weapons to where we need them. So we don't have to keep swapping all the time and scrolling. Who else is? I think it was Tidus's that we also do as well. And just thinking Riku's armor we can swap. Nice. Okay. Right, we're all set up. So let's progress forward to the Calmlands. Let me just double check these pair. So we've got Slayer, SOS, Daredevil in SOS, and you've both got SOS. Got you. Excellent. So Kimari's overdrives are working. Echo Taj. Another bit of crap equipment. Lovely. Right, let's put the ×4 on. Hope everyone's enjoying the challenge today, this afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Great to have you with us. It's been a blast so far. Really enjoying the new ground as well. Like I've got to take my time. You know, we're going to go through it. We've got to develop the strategies. Tomorrow's the big one, though, because we will be doing some Flux testing. It'll kind of be away from the save state. And, yeah, I do want to get some testing in. Right, let's put the ×2 on. And let's get on to Boko. There's one encounter I reckon we're going to have to fight here. A piece of cake as well. And just use Mr. Stone Breath. Good to hear it, Big Baby J. Appreciate the support as always, my man. Honestly, it means the world to have you all watching. It's the power of the chat that helps with this, you know. Honestly, I know that sounds like cliche and stuff, but the chat has come in clutch many times recently. Now, another question is, to save a lot of time, and considering we've got... where are they? Oh, only 2 returns. Considering we've got 2 return spheres, do we want to give Kimari first strike? It'd be on something generic like that, or oh no, it'd have to be on SOS. No, we can't do that, my bad, we haven't got any free slots. I thought on his SOS weapon he had a free slot, but we don't. Right, moment of truth. Have we caught everything in the Thunder Plains? Researching specimens brought from the Thunder Plains and created one nasty beast. Chocobo wing ×99. Let's go. Right. No, we don't. Not up to it. Don't worry. I'm sure he's always ready. Challenge every time. Wonderful. I think we're good for now. I think the objective now is to get back on Boko, and we'll make our way to Gagazet, and we'll just start doing some... We'll make our way to Once. We'll make sure we get all of the items. So they're coming in clutch, they're coming in clutch, and they're coming in clutch, and potentially they're coming in clutch. Now, if we don't need them for Yunalesca, we have got so many great items for Riku mixes, maybe even customization, because that gives us Death Strike for late game. So the fact that we've captured everything we need without using the Death Strike has just made me so happy. Right. The one thing we could do, potentially, is go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, because we can survive it. We've got the items to do it. It's just a grind. And yes, we can go to Yojimbo. I've considered whether we can or not, but I believe we can, because the rules... The rules state we can't obtain the Aeon. The rules don't say that we can't battle the Aeon. But if that's something you want me to avoid because of the spoils at the end of the cavern, I will. So there's a thought. Let me put a chat poll on, actually. Should we battle Yojimbo? I mean, we can't obtain him, but we can go and battle Yojimbo, and what that will do is it will give us access to items at the back of the cave. And I've taken a look at the enemies in the Cavern of the... We're going to have to go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, actually, before we fight Spectral Keeper. We must, depending on what drops we get from Zanarkand. Do we go there now? Shall we repurpose this stream? Or should we make that in the week? I really want to get to some Flux testing, because the only other thing we're going to get, really, is... Let me just consult the guide. So this is what we're going to get from the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. I need to go to the back. I think it's just more of what we've got, basically. The flexible arm, that's good. I don't think it's very groundbreaking, though. And there's an MP sphere. That's interesting. It'll be a test. That's the litmus test as to whether or not Riku's overdrives avoid resistances. Because the stuff in there, like the Ghost, that has got a major resistance for silence. So let me just find it. The Ghost has a silence resistance of 95%. So yeah, we get a flexible arm and we get an MP sphere. And we get a Mega Elixir. That's it. Right, what was I looking at? I was looking at whether everyone has got a plus 10 and 2 slots armour. So, Tidus hasn't. You have. You haven't. I don't think it matters for you. So, all the lads haven't at the moment. Come on, pad. All the lads haven't. Doesn't really matter about Lulu, I don't think. So all the lads haven't, and Riku could do one as well. Ooh, that's a good shout, actually, Baby J. What about the steel? Lightning Gem, potentially. Shining Thorn, that'd be cool. Silence Grenades, potentially. And Lunar Curtains, very nice. Shining Thorns would be nice if we get a Dark Element as the first encounter. It's usually, though, I always find it's usually either the Magic Urn or a Yowie that I get first encounter. Or the Imp, although a Lightning Gem would be very nice. So, let's buy some items. Sorry, let's buy all of the lads one of these. And we'll get Riku one as well. What do you sell? I'm just going to check my healing water, holy waters. Yeah, we got enough. Okay, I think we just go for it in Mount Gagazet for a bit, and then we build up some. We get to once, we see what we can buy, we see how much money we need, and we do a bit of grinding. Because everything here is stone breathable. In fact, let's put the ×4 on. I've just got to make sure we have Kamari in the back row. And I just want to make sure that we get all of the items as well, because there's some decent stuff around here. Yeah, that's a great shout, Big Baby J. What about the steel? I've forgotten to steal, to be fair. I forgot about the stealing. Have we got all this? Yeah, we've got that. There are some specific, very, very, very specific drops I think we need at the moment for Flux. And I mean, I tell you what, when we get to the top, we'll have a chat about the Flux strategy that I've got in mind at the moment. But for now, let's concentrate on getting through Gagazet, traversing. Just want to check I got the money. One of the encounters involves this very set of enemies. And it's not the dual blade. No. It's not this one either. The other thing I need to consider is, what are my options for the Monster Arena steel? Because that's also an option at the moment. And it's something I will be factoring in to the Flux options. Is cashing in already on my Monster Arena steel, because I'm only allowed to steal once there, folks. But is there an enemy? And I've got an enemy in mind, and that's the Malbra. Because I can farm remedies to get an auto med for the Flux fight. I only need to steal 6 remedies. We got a haste ring, folks. Let's fucking go, man. So now we've got a haste ring. I think we've got a haste armlet. And obviously we've got stuff for Riku. Busted. Absolutely busted. Give me as many Bashora encounters as you want, game. What a busted drop. Nice. Yep, absolutely, LG. Very nice. Right, have we got the stuff here? Do we need to listen to this? Ah, why not? It's a cool scene. I like this one, to be fair.
Hello, Yuna. I hope you are well. I wonder how old you are now that you're watching this sphere. You must be very beautiful, like your mother. I wish I could see you. Oh, by the way, Jekt and Oren send their regards. So far, our journey has been very entertaining. Of course, it is a hard journey, but I have no regrets. It is the path I have chosen. Yuna, when you have grown, you will have to find your own path. Do what you must do the way you want to do it. Doors will always open themselves to those who do. Listen close, Yuna. Your future is yours to make. Live the way you want to. Whatever way that may be, you have your father's full support. Yuna, I will always be with you.
I don't think we need to have listened to this, to be fair. We're not going to get any more overdrives for Auron. Right, okay, let's keep going. Yeah, we'll get to once. We'll see what we can buy, because I'm pretty much going to buy everything, considering we get infinite gil here. Is that a fireproof? That's what I want to know. Nope. Yeah, we've got infinite gil on Gagazet, so we can basically buy everything from once we want, and in multiples, if we need to. And we can sell that sort of crap as well that we're getting. But you can get proofs from these enemies here, which is really good. Oh, we haven't fought this one yet. Again, though, it's another stone breathable. In fact, every encounter on Gagazet is stone breathable, and every encounter on Gagazet is a triple. Which just makes SOS Kimari Slayer Stone Breath combo infinitely times busted on Gagazet. It turns it from what would arguably be a very tough section into absolute trivial. I think we've had our luck with the Bashora for now. This is a good armor, to be fair, for Auron. I think it's stone proof and poison proof, is it? Yeah, that's pretty decent. Right, Kimari's in the back row. That's good. We need as many of these encounters as well, and I'll explain why shortly. Oh, nice Mega Phoenix. Although we won't be able to use them for that. The one thing we could use them for is to customize Auto Phoenix for the money. But other than that, we've got no use for Auto Phoenix. Oh, we've got the fucking drop that I need. Has this got 2 slots? It has. Oh my god. That is actually one of the drops that I need for Kimari for potentially for the Flux fight. The Flux fight. My god. The RNG gods are with us today, folks. What I might do actually is hang around there for 5 minutes and see how many of those mech encounters we do get, because I need that potentially as well for Riku. Oh, is that a Vade encounter? Just getting some unbelievable drops. No, counter attack. Yeah, we'll do 3 or 4 encounters here just to see how many of the mechs we get. Chances I get something for Riku is very unlikely. But, and I'll explain my thinking when we get to... I'm not going to click on the save sphere. But we'll go through the Flux thinking. No, it's this now. It's this encounter. Okay, nice and easy. Yeah, the fact that we got SOS 2 slots for Kimari, that's a potential Flux armor. 100%. Come on. I need... is it the Taj? I need a Reflect Taj for Riku as well. Here's my man.
Welcome to O'Walkers.
Welcome to O'Walkers. Right. We do not need this. I am going to buy one of these. We don't need this because we can customize that. We probably need to buy this, so let's go ahead and do that. We don't need this. We do not need this. We're going to buy this, and we've run out of space.
Welcome to...
So what items have you got, my man? In fact, because we've got infinite gil, I reckon we should just top up on these as well. Just to get them out of the way. And we don't need them. Can we sell any red spheres? Yes, we can. Leave the ability ones. Right, weapons. Let's get selling. So, let's not sell that or that. We can, right. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. That's busted. That's decent. Get rid of that. At this point, HP plus 10 and 1 slot is just not worth keeping. If we get a drop. That's nice. Yeah, like these, I'm just going to get rid of. Okay. Right, what else you got, mate? Let's have a look. So, we've bought one of these. I think we need this. We need... I'll buy this. We don't need that. We don't need that. We probably need 2 of these and 2 of these. So there's 180. We probably need this. And we need this. So let's go ahead and buy that. And we'll buy that. And we'll do some battles. So yeah, I want to get to a position where we basically bought everything we need and more. Because now I think with that sort of stuff, even Lulu now, I think with that boost, I think she can do around 500 damage with the magic. We may even be able to put some additional plus magic on there as well. So I want to get to a point, yeah, where we bought everything we need, and we've got 2 of the Tetras, each for Tidus and Kimari, because I think they're pretty good. Plus 10% defense and plus 10% health is pretty good. And I don't think we've got access to plus 10% defense, if I remember correctly. I just don't think we're going to have the items. Yeah, I don't think we've got access to those items, so having plus 10% defense is going to be good. And if we pick up some busted drops from this battle as well, even better. No. Right, can we afford the Uni one yet? No, we can't. We only need one of those, I think. But the fact is, we've talked to once. That's the main thing. The reason being is, if you don't talk to once, he does not appear in Macalania. I remember one of my first ever save files of FFX, and I didn't talk to once, and I have no idea why I didn't talk to once. Oh my god, another haste. And I got to Macalania and I thought, why can't I get these quadruple armors and weapons? Turns out I didn't talk to once. Right, now we can afford it. Right. So, we haven't bought this. What, you didn't talk to once, LG? It's terrible, man. It's... So we don't need that. So we need 2 of these, and we need 2 of these. And I think we're good then. I think we can motor on. Or... No, because we can farm SOS Haste. That's fine. Was on an emulator speeding through stuff, and you forgot to talk to the man. The main man. To be fair, he's got some decent stuff. He really has got some good stuff. And I think I appreciate it more in this challenge. Things like Magic Booster might come in handy. You just never know. Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Welcome to...
Right, let's just sell the crap that we've already bought. That we've just got. Oh, is it only that? Okay. We've got a few slots to play with. So, what we basically need to do now, we need to do a bit of grinding. So I need about 200 grand. Well, that was fireproof. I was convinced it was fireproof. So we got 8 grand. And we need 180 at least. Do you ever remember what the challenge was, or the playthrough, LG? Was it just the standard playthrough of FFX? This is the battle I need because of Reflect. SOS Reflect. Not an All-Frost Bracer. I do not need Auron in SOS Nullfrost. Although that's a fucking busted armour. We can actually give him all of the nulls as well. I take back what I said. I have been severely humbled with that comment. A 4-slotter on an SOS. Good. On an SOS Elemental. So yeah, we could potentially have Auron in all 4 elementals, which is busted. LG in the chat saying, just a normal playthrough. I remember when my PS2 died while I was grinding for Dark Aeons, so I had to speedrun a playthrough back. Oh my god. Them were the days, man. Manually pumping up Anima's strength stat to 255 was just... it was the litmus test for whether you were a dedicated, hardcore FFX fan back in the day. I remember getting it to 180 and I just thought, is this really worth it? And then I think at that point I started looking for like cheat discs and stuff. Obviously you find them. And it was a case of how can I get Anima's stats all 220, 255, and it took like, I don't know, a few weeks worth of effort to get his attack up to, or his strength up to 255. Yeah, exactly, got them all up to 255. Apart from luck, only Adamant's 13 is insane enough to do that manually. Crazy guy, man. Come on, SOS Targe with Reflect Targe, that's what I need. Not that shit. To be fair, the other option actually I've got of getting an SOS Targe is to kill the triple mech encounter with Riku, I've just thought. That's another idea, actually. So, while we're grinding for this Gil, what are my thinkings on Flux? Burn through 2 PS2s grinding Anima's stats, LG. I did do the luck thing too, Jesus. And you just got Anima's luck up to 255, or you got all of the sisters' luck up to 255 as well. The life of as an antisocial kid. I remember, man. I remember back in the day. It was that. It was the Game Boy, playing Pokemon or Golden Sun. I remember Golden Sun. What a busted game that was. Let me just press X over and over for 3 hours. Got all ounce to 255. Yeah, them were the fucking days, man. What was it that I remember having an it was an action replay disc, and it just allowed you to get all Aeons 255 in like a matter of seconds. Yeah, it's funny how back in the day you had all of that time and no responsibility. And now we want to do it, we've got probably no time and more responsibility than ever. Which is why nowadays my Dark Anima attempt file has the stats hacked in. 100% it's all about the hacked in stats these days, especially for Dark Anima testing. Why would you not? That's the thing. Right. I'm conscious every time we get a couple of items, a couple of weapons, we're going to go to a whacker. Go to once, because I'm very conscious if we get the right one we've got and I forget to... and I sell the wrong thing, or I forget to do the what's her name? Do the item swap. Then I could be in trouble. So let's just make some room. Dark Anima no Sphere, man, it really is an interesting boss. Like, the fact that Burke, aka Dansko 8, has done it, and I've watched his video probably a dozen times. He does get an awful lot. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, because I think it's probably the greatest, arguably the greatest victory in the FFX community, in my opinion. That and the first guy who did no sphere grid, know everything BFA. They're probably the greatest FFX victories. The 500k run rage would have gone viral instantly. What was that? One of your attempts at Dark Anima? But yeah, I've watched the Burke video, and he does get a lot of, like, if it would have just attacked a different character, then things would have been a hell of a lot different. But no, he managed to get the turns correct every single round. Yep, his Mindy was hasted up. I think he got early access to Auto Life and Haste, so we got that good RNG. The other thing that he didn't have going for him, though... Right, I'm just going to try one thing with... No, I'm not actually going to do this. I was going to use 2 3 stars, but actually I don't want to waste them. So, in fact, no. Let me just, while we're here now, actually, let me just swap Riku's weapon, get her return, bring Kimari in, Stone Breath. Bit long, but I think having Riku with a turn there is good. Also, Adamant's got a new PB. Jesus, man. That guy's doing so well at that challenge. Like, I do think he'll get it eventually. I think everything will just fall into place, because he's put so much time into that. I'm not saying he deserves it or anything, but you know, you only get out of it what you put into it. So, and he's put in, like, he's got to be at like 2,000 or 3,000 hours now at that challenge, maybe even more. So, thoughts on Flux, right? So far, my testing has consisted of utilising the following armours. SOS Reflect and plus 25% HP for Riku, which means I need to get an SOS Reflect with 2 free slots for Riku from the mechs on here. It also involves Yuna with, I think, Zombie Ward, and that's about it. And it involves Kimari with a plus 10% HP and Auto Med. And the way I get Auto Med is I go and fight the Malbra in the monster arena and use my steel. And the reason being is because Auto Med takes care of Zombie, and Riku can survive a Lance of Atrophy. Regardless if she gets zombied, she will survive Lance of Atrophy with Protect and the increased HP, and because she is in SOS at that point, she will reflect back the full life. That's the strat at the moment for Flux. Now what that means is if Yuna gets hit with Lance of Atrophy and does get hit with Zombie Ward, we've lost Yuna. So I think what we're going to test tomorrow is, are there any strategies that allow us to... Are there any, strategies or situations where Yuna can avoid both Lance of Atrophies? Because what we can actually do, I'm thinking, is we can actually utilise Tidus and Waka, because both of them theoretically are expendable at this point. They very much are. Stone Breath, lovely. The reason I did that series of turns was because I want Riku to get a turn, because I believe if you get a turn, you get more of a chance of getting a weapon drop. So yeah, so there's the thinking. It's plus 25% health and SOS Reflect on Riku. And Zombie Ward on Yuna, Zombie Ward on Waka, Zombie Ward on Tidus. But probably not, well, definitely not all together. And then Kimari in Auto Med and plus 10% HP. Because those at the moment are the best odds of me surviving both Lance of Atrophy and full life combos. If I can survive, if Riku and Kimari and Yuna can survive throughout both rounds of Lance of Atrophy full life, I've won. I mean, because Kimari has to survive for Spectral Keeper, Riku obviously has to survive for the entire game, Yuna's got to survive for the entire game, particularly the Yunalesca fight. So the only expendable characters I see at the moment are Waka and potentially Tidus. I would rather Waka. I would rather sack the Whack, if anything, though, because he's offering me nothing right now. So that's the initial thinking. But tomorrow's stream, tomorrow's stream, what we'll do is we'll do some testing. We'll load up a save. We'll get into the situation. I'm trying to think if there's any advantage for me to go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith, and right now I don't think there is. Other than potentially getting a silence grenade. But I don't want to base my Flux strategy on stealing a silence grenade. Great to have a few of you in the chat today. Hope you're all enjoying the stream and the challenge so far. I have started recording the rules video as well, so I'm looking to get that out. I'm looking to have it kind of recorded by the weekend, and then I could start editing it and putting together yeah, the video, because I know a few of you have been asking for that in the comments. I must admit, the equipment has dried up, so it might be worth maybe going back down the mountain and resetting the RNG. Nice. Tidal Spear. Yeah, we've got quite a few haste equipments though at the moment, which is really good. Right, let's get rid of some of this crap equipment that I've been given as well.
Welcome.
I think at some point we're going to have to be ultra brutal with some of this equipment. Lots of halberds. Yeah, like that is just not good enough these days. So, what are we doing? We're getting some gil because we basically got infinite gil on Gagazet, and the drops are fantastic, to be fair. We've got haste, SOS haste, we've got the nulls, we've got proofs potentially, and it's all free as long as we use Kimari in SOS. As long as we use his Stone Breath. It's all free. So yeah, infinite money. What I will be doing is cashing in when we've got around 90-95 grand. Haste shield. So there's another one for Tidus. Oh my god. This is busted. I think everyone bar Auron now has got an SOS armor, which is bloody amazing, which is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. What was Adamance's new PB then, LG? Let's just check out haste stuff. Oh, nice. Ideally, we could have done that with that for Waka. I might swap that to Waka, you know, because that's really good for Waka. That's good that Yuna's has got... Oh, no, Yuna's is the one that you don't need the free slot on, to be fair. Because of how her haste works. Yeah, I think Auron's the only one without now. Yeah, I might give that shield, to be fair, to Waka. I know I shouldn't, but I can grind these all day. So Waka and Auron don't have SOS haste. And ideally we need Whackers with a free slot or a plus 10% HP, because that would be useful then. Right, we'll give you a turn and we'll bring in Mr. Stone Breath. Come on, SOS Reflect Targe, please, 2 freeze. Not a fucking shitty Ice Mamba. Right, what we at? 87. Okay. Yeah, it hasn't took long, to be fair, to get to this, like, 90 grand. So, I think we may as well... buy this stuff while we can. And while I've got the time. How many Mega Phoenixes have we got? That's a thought. 8. So we're a fair way off Auto Phoenix. But the thinking there is to apply it to an armor and to sell it, because that'll just sell. I think that'll probably sell for about 100 grand. The Auto Phoenix has got quite a nice price tag. Let's just check that for Whacker. Counter attack and 2 freeze, that's decent. Not decent enough, mind you. I'll probably keep that and sell his other one if I haven't sold it already. Because counter attack on Whacker is just... It's not giving enough. Oh, we've got 95. So, last battle, and then we'll go to once and buy the stuff we need. We'll buy one of each for Kimari and Tidus. I did consider going back to Macalania and farming for another SOS Overdrive for Kimari, but too long. Too long, or just hacking one in, but again, we've done enough kind of using the far plane editor and stuff for now, I reckon. I mean, we'll keep it because, yeah. Okay. We need our equipment. That's what I forgot to do. Come on, mate. Welcome to Oasis. Right. Tetra Shield. Let's not equip. And Tetra Armlet. So that's what we've just been grinding for. And we're going to grind another few battles. Probably another, 20 minutes of battles. Half an hour of battles. To get the other 90,000. In order to just thinking here, just bear with me a sec. No, it's not enough. I was thinking is there a way we could get Riku to fight some of these to get an overkill. I think you get double gil, don't you, with overkill? Or am I thinking of somewhere else? Something else. Yeah, so a bit of grinding in this one, folks. I do apologise. It's not the most entertaining of stuff, but tomorrow's the big one. Tomorrow, I reckon actually let's change that chat poll. Let's end that poll. What do we do on tomorrow's stream? Cavern of Stolen Faith plus Yojimbo. Seymour Flux testing. There we go. Sunday, 7th July. There we go. Right, we've got a new chat poll. What should tomorrow's stream be? And I'll let you guys decide whether you want Cavern of the Stolen Faith antics or whether we want to jump into Flux testing. I don't mind either way, to be fair. I haven't done Cavern of the Stolen Faith though yet at all. No testing there. But I have done some Flux testing. But I'm still not convinced we've optimised everything. Like turn orders and things like that. I'm hoping by the time we get to the end of today's stream, we've got Riku's SOS Reflect Taj. I'm really hoping for that. I doubt it, if I'm honest. Excuse me. Yeah, it is a long shot, but the thing is though, it's definitely possible. It might be though that I use see, that's 8-7. Thinking, is there a cheap mix for a tall boy? Cheap tall boy mix. Because if there is and I can get an overkill, then I might be able to get something out of this battle for Riku. Like, is it a grenade and a 3 stars or something like that? Right, with that said, let's Stone Breath. No, even after all that messing about. So we're already at 21, which is great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look for a cheap tall boy mix. Now we've got the 3 stars. I reckon 3 stars and like a grenade or a level 1 key sphere or something like that. That's going to do the trick. Can someone remind me in the chat as well, if possible, whether overkilling an enemy grants me double the gil reward? Because if it does, that's even better. Yeah, that's something I actually have forgot about the gil. So yeah, so we got the new chat poll live. What should tomorrow's stream be? Should this be Yoji and the Cavern of the Stolen Faith or Flux testing? I am happy to do either, to be honest. Happy to do either. I don't think we need to do the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Oh my god. I'm just adding 2 free slots. The fucking RNG gods are with us. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. That is amazing. That is the best drop since bloody Waterproof. That's incredible. That is an incredible drop. That is exactly what I need. And I haven't hacked that in. Right, let's get this money and then yeah, we'll see how long it takes us to get to 90, and then I'll see what the time is. My god, SOS Reflect 3 free slots as well. We have been very, very, very lucky in this stream. I knew, though, that the switching Riku in strat would pay off. I knew it. Okay. I don't know whether I'm going to need these Tetra armlets or the Tetra stuff for Kimari or Tidus, but I don't think I've got much access to plus 10% defense with 2 extra slots and a plus 10% HP. So
Welcome.
I think it's going to be. I think it's worth having 2 of them. You just never know. I never know when I'm going to need that sort of stuff. Don't know whether to get rid of that. That is just, that's made my day, that has. Having SOS Reflect 3 frees just allows me to have access to something else. Let's just, you never know. Protect armlet as well. That's alright. Not the best. Not as good as SOS Reflect. Nowhere near. So yeah, so we're grinding for some gil. We'll probably get up to about 100. I'll customize Waka and Tidus as well with some zombie ward protection, and then we'll buy back some holy waters, and then we'll see how much gil we got by then. So yeah, so the chat poll at the minute has got 1 vote for Flux testing tomorrow. We have basically done a lot of the item prep work today. The last thing we've got to do is figure out, do we go with the auto med strat or not? And do we cash in the Monster Arena steal? Or steals? I do kick myself as well for the lack of stealing on the high bridge, because I absolutely could have stolen some remedies. It just means I've got to steal 6 remedies to get auto med. Just got another SOS charge. Plus 10. I might give that to Waka, to be fair. Right, we now don't need to switch Riku in because we've got exactly what we needed from them. And yeah, it's just rinse and repeat until we can get about 100 grand's worth of gil. Because we may as well, right? It's all free. So we're halfway there, and it's probably been about 5-10 minutes. Yeah, the amount of stuff, though, that we can get on Gagazet for free is just amazing. Absolutely amazing, the drops. Shame we haven't got, like, Gillionaire and stuff, because that we'd just be raking it in. Need to take my time when I'm inputting the Ronso Rage as well. Okay. I'm probably going to be absolutely copyrighted to fuck as well with this episode, because of the amount of times I've spent in the battle theme. That's what it loves to copyright at the moment, and it's just utter bullshit. I think every one of these streams over the last probably 3 months have been copyrighted. Which is bullshit in my eyes. Not that it makes a difference to me, but I've got a feeling it does affect the... Actually, no, it probably... I've got a feeling it does affect the... the performance of a video. Null Blaze armlets. Let's have a look at that. Decent. Decent. I'm thinking Seymour Omnis as well. Good for Seymour Omnis. Maybe good for some additional capturing as well. Because don't get me wrong, we have not finished capturing for this challenge. We've finished capturing at the moment, but we have not finished capturing. There are a lot of busted spoils we can get from the capturing, including, from what I can understand, Supreme Gems and I don't think we're going to be able to get winning formulas. Excuse me. But I think we'll be able to get double overdrive, and I think we will be able to get stuff for trio, and yeah, stuff for trio. Nice. Because I think we can get Doors of Tomorrow, if I remember correctly, from the Monster Arena, with the stuff that we can actually defeat, which is good. Which is, I think, the only way we're going to get through BFA is a particular trio strategy I've got in mind. Thunderball. Right, we're at 73, and it's been... I think we've got like 25k gil in about 5 minutes, which is great. Right, let's go back to my man, sell him some stuff.
Welcome.
He's got loads of cash, hasn't he? Yeah, that can go, to be fair. We'll keep that. Because I'm running low on slots, actually I'm going to get rid of that. I think this can go. That can go. I can customise that. Right, at least we've got a bit of room. Right, let's keep going. Another couple of minutes of gil grinding. Then we'll set up a couple of bits for Flux. And then I think I'll make my way to the Monster Arena and probably use the autosave there. And then, well, we'll see what time it is by then. Probably be about 6:30. I'm definitely on tomorrow though, folks. Probably be about the same time as today. about 3 PM GMT or BST. And yeah, by the looks of things, it's going to be Seymour Flux testing. And then we'll get the strategy right. And then I think we'll go for an official kind of attempt. But remember, the save sphere right there. Let me just get rid of these. Oh, we're nearly there with the guild. This save sphere up the mountain that I'm about to go to is a checkpoint, is a milestone, is a save state. So once we're there, if we lose Yuna or whatever, like, yeah, this, I'll get to it eventually. The trouble is, though, once we hit that save sphere, it's basically impossible for me to get back down the mountain because Kimahri will not be in SOS and neither will Riku. So once we hit... Bloody hell. It's not even in my eye line. Fencing saber, that must be... Oh, that's, I think it's +5. Yep, once we hit this one up there, that is save state number 6 before Flux. And I'm going to continue to use save states for now because I know for a fact Flux is definitely doable, but it just saves us messing about. So what I don't want to do is go to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith and die. Come on, let's get a haste arm guard for Waka legitimately. If we don't, that's fine. I think the one we got for Riku about 15-20 minutes ago, I'm going to swap that for Waka, to be fair. Because we got that for Riku and she weren't even in the party. Because eventually we can grind for that. So, we've got the 100k. So what I need to do is, I just need to customise you with Zombie Ward on something like that. And Waka on... Don't think it matters. And I'm going to buy them back. And then I think I'm going to end up... Actually, no. I'm going to... I'm going to make my way to the Monster Arena. That's what we'll do. We'll go back down the mountain and we'll make our way to the Monster Arena. Because we can start there. We can do the Marlborough stealing. And then we can figure that out. You know, I've just realised as well, I potentially need to go and autosave. And I think this is the time to do it. What have I decided? Well, I've put it in the chat, LG. I've put a chat poll on the go, so... Yeah, let me know your thoughts if you haven't already cast your vote. So let's get some more holy waters. Let's sell some shit. And then we can get to it. So they're good. Right, we might as well just do one clean sweep of everything. Water ward, I mean... Okay. Do we really need that on you, Lulu? No, I don't think. Sleep touch I'll keep. Counter attack we'll get rid of. Yeah, we might as well just go through it before we finish today, folks. Lightning strike 2 freeze. Yeah, we'll keep that for a bit. I'm actually... yeah, I'll get rid of that now. Kamara's got some decent stuff as well, to be fair. Right, these can go now because we've got the 2 free slots. I'll keep the elementals for Auron because you never know, even though he's got his 4 slot SOS or potential 4 slot SOS. That can go. I'm just looking for space now, if I'm honest. We'll keep Yuna stuff because you just never know with Yuna. And Tidus, the infamous blue shield that we had at the start of the one of the earlier streams. That's nice. 2 freeze on that. Counter attack. No, we'll keep that actually. Okay. Right. What have we been doing the grinding for? We've been doing the grinding for a second one of these and a second one of these. Fantastic. Let's buy some more holy waters. No, we don't. Okay. Right, let's make our way back down to the mountain, to the Calmlands. And we will put the auto-save in at the Calmlands. Right, so we've got a 50-50 on the chat poll, folks. So for those watching on the live stream, if you can let me know your thoughts on tomorrow's stream. I think we're probably more suited to go down the Flux route. And look, if we manage to get the Flux strategy correct early doors, I don't think there's much stopping us from going to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith afterwards. Once we've got to the second part of Mount Gagazet. So, because we've got the teleportation pad, that takes us all the way back down the mountain. So we can do that safely. So let's start in the Monster Arena for tomorrow's, because that gives us the freedom then of either going to the Cavern of the Stolen Faith or going to Yeah, or going to the Flux fight. This battle, this one with the triple mech, has just been so lucrative. Come on, I need to get down there quick, you know. I need to put in an autosave. Just realised we got all this good shit and we haven't got an autosaving. Drops have been unbelievable though. That one for Riku, the Taj, the SOS Reflectage, and the 3 freeze. Busted drop. That's exactly what we would have needed tomorrow. But we got it today. Grinding for Gil. Have I still got the elixirs? Yes, I've still got 7 elixirs. So I've got a plus 20 HP in the kitty. I think that's going to go on Riku though. Because she's going to need to survive. From what I understand so far, she needs to survive at least 1 Lance of Atrophy. Come on, last encounter, hopefully. Have we finished with a fireproof arm guard for Waka? No. Oh, busted. Right, so we've got the auto saving. Let's make our way to the monster arena. Hopefully we don't get any dodgy encounters. Slayer, Daredevil. Right, excellent. Let's get on Boko and we can get there pretty sharpish. Nice. Okay, folks, we have got we've got the autosave in here. So I will be picking up tomorrow. In fact, do I want to save? Do I want to risk a save? I think we should. And we'll just pick up tomorrow. I'm going to risk the save. 143. Absolutely busted, folks. Right, been a fantastic stream. We're 2.5 hours deep. We're going to pause it there. Tomorrow we're going to come back. I mean, if there's even votes, I'm going to have the decider. So I think we're going to go for, if the votes stay at 50-50, we'll probably go with the Flux battles tomorrow. The Flux testing. Great to see so many of you in the chat tonight. Great to see all of the, so many of you on the stream as well. The chat's been buzzing. The capturing's been buzzing. The steals have been non-existent. The drops have been amazing. Absolutely spot on the drops have been. And I think we're getting there in terms of making headway for the Flux fight. If you are joining us on the VOD, great to have you with us as always. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed tonight's or today's challenge. And for those that are joining us in the live chat now, if you're not part of the Jit Geek community, feel free to drop a subscribe on the channel, like the video, share it, whatever you want to do with it. But folks, I will catch you on the next one tomorrow, pretty much same time, about 3 o'clock BST GMT, and we'll be going for a lengthy one, I think. It's either going to be Flux testing and the fight. We'll see how far we get. But I'm thinking though, we're probably going to have time to do Flux testing, the Flux official fight, get to Mount Gagazet, and then we'll come back and we'll do the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Take it easy, everyone. Great to have you with us tonight. Appreciate everyone who stayed from the beginning as well. Catch you on the next one. Much love to you all. Take care. Bye for now.